Hey guys, today is Crypto Talk. I love talking crypto. It's like one of my favorite things to talk about. Wednesday Crypto Talk. If y'all don't know, some of y'all that follow me, I like cryptocurrencies. I like that market. I think it's a great market, and every once in a while, every other week or so, I'll talk about the cryptos. I'll talk about things that I'm investing in, and I link things up for you guys to get a piece of the pie. So today is just Crypto Talk, and I want to answer questions. I want to help you guys get started. I want to maybe iron out some of the fears. I want to tell you how much I'm making. Why? Why do I want to do all this? Because I feel like as a body of Christ, I really want us to prosper and to get ahead of the world. And if we can, as a Christian body, get out of debt, pay off credit cards, pay off your mortgage, you're going to be more fruitful for the kingdom. I honestly promise you. You're going to be more fruitful to people. You're going to be able to be more generous, help people, and not have to worry about you. Okay? And we can harvest that way. Everything that Christ did involved money. And he just did. I mean, he had a, Judas portrayed him. Judas was his treasurer, but they always had money, and he was always smart with it. And we are expected by God to give, and we're expected by God to do those things, and he wants us to, but we have to have wisdom, and we got to be smart, not stupid, not reckless, not trying to be credit card millionaires, which a lot of this world is. I mean, you could look at someone driving a $50,000 car and think that they got it good, but they're broke, they're house poor, they may even be car poor, they're credit card millionaires, and you'd never know it. All right, so I want to start off with some questions. So I actually made, this is not clickbait, I really actually made last night. I went to bed, I woke up, and I'm $500 richer than I was yesterday. And that's just a little piece of the pie. So I invest in Coinbase. That's where I invest a lot of my money, in those 4 cryptos, but I also have a lot of other cryptos that I've actually invested a little bit in, but those are the big mamma jammas. So if you do it right and you learn it right, this could be a very profitable market. I like the crypto market more than I like the stock market. Way better than I like the stock market. The crypto market is a lot more volatile, and it has deeper and lower and bigger swings. But I'm not a really anxious person. I'm not a really stressful person. And I'm a risk taker myself. I always have been. And you got to spend money to make money. So, of course, the more money you put into your investments, any investment, the more money you're going to make. But what I love about cryptocurrencies is that it's more as a store of value. You can put into whatever crypto, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash is the first 4 that I recommend. It's the biggest giants and the safest giants. And you can put $10, $15, $20 like you would a savings account and watch it grow $50 to $100. The return on cryptocurrencies is amazing. Why is there such a big return? Because the volume of people flooding into the blockchain is 250,000 plus a day. It is supply and demand. These coins, there's only so many of them. There's only so many. To the point where when they sell out of these coins, then they start fractionalizing the coins. That's what happened to Bitcoin. Bitcoin has sold out of all of their coins, but now it's fractionalized. You can buy 0.000000000 down to the fractions of a coin. And that's what they're doing, and that's what I love about cryptos. You don't have to have, like I've said in other videos, what's the share of Amazon today? Like 180? The stock market's crashing, so maybe it's a little lower than that. But I don't have to have that, like Bitcoin's $9,000 today. I don't have to have $9,000 to invest in Bitcoin. If I have $10, I can put it in Bitcoin and I can watch it go to $20. So I'm going to stop right there, and if anybody has any questions, I want to answer them for you, because I want you guys to try to get some wealth. Any questions at all before we continue? Because I'm sure there's people watching. You'll have a question, I'll answer it, and I'll probably answer their questions. Anybody? There was one that I saw and it's just going too fast. The link, after I get done with this video, I'll put the link above to, is it too late to get started? I'll put the link above this video and you can go there. Is it too late to get started? No, it's probably too early. But that's the good thing, because you can get in now and you could ride the tide. The Coinbase app that I'm going to put the link up so you can sign up. You can have it on your mobile phone and you can have it on your desktop. I like to check it on my mobile phone, but as far as cashing out or trading into another crypto, I do it on my desktop. Which do you recommend we buy? I am very, very heavy on Litecoin. I love Litecoin. Litecoin, while I was sleeping, went up $65 and it's still rising today. I love it. It's going to be about 20% the price of Bitcoin. So, and that's just what the data sets are showing. How do I know this? Because I study, y'all. I mean, please, please, please don't invest in anything that you know nothing about. That's what I really want to stress. If you don't know anything about it and you don't care about knowing anything about it, don't invest in it, because you're going to lose money because you don't know what you're doing. You're going to get nervous. You're going to start selling, trading, putting it here, putting it there, and you're going to start losing and nickel and diming yourself to where your profits are eating up by what you're doing out of fear. I study and I learn and I read and I watch market reports and I watch where this is going. I look at the volume, I look at how much is flooding into this, and I make a judgment off of that. Don't invest in cryptos. You can go into crypto bankruptcy. She's making money every time you sign up. Okay, Tara. Actually, yeah, I do make $10 if you use my link, but so do you. So you can definitely sign up on your own, but you're not going to get $10. So it's yours. I mean, you get $10 worth of free Bitcoin. So I used somebody else's link and I got $10 of free Bitcoin, and I was able to use that $10 and invest in other things and make a profit, and then invest in more and make a profit and invest in more. So do what you want to do. How much money do you need to put in at first? Any amount that you want. How much do you put into your savings account every month? Put it in there. This is what I do. Instead of a savings account, I put it in cryptos, because I get a bigger return. I don't put it in a money market, and I don't just put it in a savings account to just get stale. I put it in my cryptos and I watch it grow. And when I need a little bit of money, or maybe there's a bill that needs to be paid, I skim off my profit, I dump it into my checking account, and I pay the bill. I invested $250 at first, I think, just so I could play around with it. Like I think I put like $50 in Ethereum, $100 in, Bitcoin, and some in Litecoin. And then, once I got familiar with the exchange and I kind of got a little bit of profits, I would take the little bit of profit that I made and I would go to the more advanced exchanges and just play around. Play around with a little bit of money until you figure it out. On the one you made $500, how much did you put in? Oh, I put in $1,000, and I made $500 in 24 hours. What if you have no bank account? Then it's going to be a little hard. I guess what you could do, actually, if you have no bank account, you could use PayPal, you could use a Visa Pay card, and just tell Coinbase to put it on whatever card that you want it on. Actually, you can do that. Any other questions? My favorite, like I said, I'm heaviest on the first 4 on Coinbase. Oh, what I wanted to say, I almost forgot. I was reading an article that there's rumors that Coinbase is going to start acting as a PayPal. So eventually you'll be able to use whatever your profits are, as a way of a pay portal. Like, it'll be an exchange, and it'll also be a way to pay for things. Like, when you check out, it'll ask you, usually always, do you want to pay with your credit card, Visa card, or PayPal account? And then there's going to be another option for Coinbase or crypto of your choice, which is probably going to be Bitcoin or Litecoin, because those are the two coins that are monetary coins at the moment that I know Amazon is picking up. Amazon is picking up Litecoin, and Amazon is picking up Bitcoin, so that's exciting. And because that's happening, the price of these coins and these investments will rise. Yeah, I'll link it above for anybody who's interested. If you're not interested, that's cool. I mean, it's just not your thing. On your favorite, what's the name? Litecoin? Litecoin is my favorite. I like Bitcoin too. We can do all things then. Okay, what else? So I'm sorry if I'm missing the questions. Some of them are just going a little fast. All right, what is the difference between stocks and this? I have never heard of this. All right, so the stock market is in a completely different market. We now have two markets. We now have the computer, crypto, blockchain market, and we now have the standard old stale stock exchange stock market, Dow, that is run by the banks, that is run by Wall Street, that is run by all of the elites. They pump and they dump, depending on where they want the stock market to go. And with stock markets, you buy shares, okay? So whatever the share is, to get a share, you get that. You have to pay that price. With the crypto market, it is a market of value that you're able to invest in, but you don't have to buy like a whole coin or a whole anything. It's fractionalized, and you'll invest in it, and then basically that's your market. And it's volatile. It's very volatile. It's more volatile than the stock market. However, with low swings are also really high swings, but the higher they end up going, then there's new foundations, new platforms that how do I want to describe it? New baselines of where things won't fall anymore. Like Bitcoin right now is at $9,000, okay? It had a correction at $6,000 back on February the 6th, and everybody that got in there at $6,000 or any of those cryptos at that time, congratulations. You really, really got in. It'll never, ever, 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 ever be that low again. So Bitcoin will probably be at 13,000 by the end of the month, and that's where its foundation or its platform is going to stay. It's never ever probably going to drop below $13,000 again. It probably won't. By the end of 2018, Bitcoin will probably be close to 100 grand. Now look, when Bitcoin rises, it's the first cryptocurrency that was ever created. So when the tide rises, that's Bitcoin. So does everything else. So everything else under Bitcoin, which is Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin, they're all going up with it. So just decide on which one that you want to invest in. Yes, you have to pay taxes on your profits. Don't mess with the IRS. I know they're shady. I know they're corrupt. I know they're the mafia. I realize that. I hate them dipping into my life too. But you're not going to beat them. We're never going to get rid of them. You might as well be an honest person. And what did Jesus say? Give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and give to God what is God, and then you keep the rest for yourself. What does God get? 10%. Give the IRS the profits that you make off of your cryptos at the end of the year. Keep track of it. Keep track of it. They're not totally got their hands into this crypto market yet, but they will, because billions upon billions upon billions of dollars are flooding into this market, and they got their eyes on it, and they're going to start getting their hands in there. So you might as well keep up with your profits and just do the right thing. Be the Christian and do the right thing. Pay your taxes on it, on anything that you make a profit on. At the end of the year, keep up with it. Yes, I will post the link above if anybody's interested. You'll get a free $10 worth of Bitcoin. And if I were you, just use that money that you make for that free $10. Once you invest in, I think they wait until you're $100 invested. So if it takes you a week to get $100 invested into Coinbase, so be it. But you'll get free $10 worth of Bitcoin. That $10 will be $15 in no time, the way that it's rising. Take that profit and buy something else with it. It doesn't matter that you're exchanging tiny pennies. Just do it just so you can get familiar with how to invest and exchange. And you may lose some money, you may make some money, but that's the process of learning this. And learn this learn it with small amounts first. That's my suggestion. So here's the thing about investing. You know, everything, if you catch it early enough when you invest, that's the point of investing, right? So when you see an opportunity in a business and you want to invest your money, you know, maybe that business is just up and starting. Maybe you think it has potential. You know, back when Amazon came out, nobody really knew about it. It was an internet business. It was an online company, and people were like, wait a second, we go to Target, we go to Walmart, we go to all these stores. Why would an internet business ever take off? He's the richest man in the world. Everybody buys from Amazon. That's the direction that our society is headed. And the people that invested in him, invested in Amazon, are very, very, very wealthy people right now. And so you got to just look at, as an investor, look at things, where is this going? Where's the population and the volume going? Is there potential here? Is it going away? With billions of dollars invested, billions of people in, it's not going away. It's only growing, and everybody is only investing more. So as the tide rises, if you're an investor and you want some place to get out of cash, this is a great place to do it. You have to study, you have to read about it, not mainstream media news about it, because they're clueless. Clueless. Anything that you read on Fox, anything that you read on the mainstream newspapers, any of the news channels that talk about cryptos are at least a year behind, for one. For two, they don't want you to invest in this, because investing in cryptos means the end and death of the banks. Why? Because cryptos is decentralized. There is not one place that these things go to. You are completely decentralized, and the money and the Bitcoin and all the cryptos that you buy, they're unable to be, what do you call it? Like a bank can't get your cryptos or your value and use it. That's what we do. When we put money into a bank, the bank is supposed to pay us a little bit of interest for using our money to loan out. So that number that you see on the screen on your bank, it's really like not there. It's just a number saying this is how much that we owe you because you gave us your money to hold and use to loan out money. It's the truth. But with cryptos, you're the bank. You don't need the banking system. You are the bank. And wherever you have your wallet with your cryptos on it, you don't even have to put it in your bank account if you don't want to. You can put it on a Visa card. You can put it in PayPal. I mean, almost every single company now allows you to use PayPal. I mean, the banks and the news, they don't want you to know about the cryptos because it's going to put the banks out of business. Absolutely out of business, because they can't use your money anymore. And think about it this way. I got to a point in our lives where, you know, and how I started becoming like investing. And most of my life, I stayed cash poor. What does that mean? Cash poor is just that. A lot of us think that if we hoard our money and put it in cash and stockpile our cash in our checking account or underneath our mattress or wherever, that we have a source of value. Wrong. It is actually the wrongest way to build wealth ever. After reading books about, you know, from Buffett and Warren and Bill Gates, I began to realize that those men don't sit in cash. They take their wealth, they take the whatever cash or profits that they have, and they invest it into other things. Real estate, they invest it in the market, they invest it in people, they invest it in small businesses. They get out of cash. If we stay in cash, we stay poor. It doesn't grow money. It doesn't grow wealth. It doesn't do anything but sit there, and guess what you're going to do with it? You're going to nickel and dime your cash until it's gone. How many of you, when you get your taxes in, think to yourself, oh, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need that, I need this, and it sits, and then before you know it, June or summer or whenever it gets here, you're broke. You nickeled and dimed it to death. You didn't invest it in anything. You set in cash, and it's gone. We got to start getting wiser. Now look at this. We are a nation of debtors. We are full of debt. Not one person pretty much owns their home, car, tons of credit card debt. And the thing about it is this. You get in debt and then you think to yourself, oh, wait a second. I got to pay off all of my debt. I got to do all of this stuff to get a good credit score just so I can go to the bank and ask the bank for more money once I've paid out all of my debt. Hey, bank, I have a great credit score. I have paid off all my credit cards. I don't owe anything. Hey, can you give me more debt? hey bank, can you give me $250,000? I've just paid everything off, but now I really want to get in more debt because I want to buy a house. Yeah, I want to pay you for the rest of my life. It's backwards. We are thinking backwards because our school systems have told us that that's what we do. You got to get in debt to have good credit. You got to pay off your credit to go to the bank to get a loan. I'm tired of owing people money. Are you not tired of owing people money? I'm sick of it. I don't want to owe anybody. I want to be able to go and buy a car with cash. I want to own it. I want to be able to go build a home in cash. I want to own it. I'm tired of paying money to the bank. I'm tired of paying money to a loan company. I'm sick of it. And we have to get our minds around, how do we do that? Get yourself out of cash. Start investing it. Get your profits. Get out of debt. And then once you're out of debt, take your profits and start doing something with them that you own things. That you don't have payments anymore. You don't have car payments anymore. You don't have a mortgage payment anymore. Start being wise. Why? Because we're heading into a system to where you're going to end up getting into the system if you are in debt. Listen to me. Get on an investing strategy, ride the wave, cash out, and start doing things that are smart with your money so that you can be stress-free as we come into the return of the Lord. Any questions? And to be honest with you, playing cryptos is way better than playing any little video game on your phone. It's really cool, you know, and when you make money after you've invested in something, you feel kind of accomplished. You're like, yeah, I didn't go out and buy like the newest gadget. I'm so proud of myself. I actually put that money in a source where it grew, and I actually doubled my profit. Yes, so proud of myself. And then, you know, you start learning and you get smarter, and you get, you just have this power about you, you know? You don't feel like you got to go out and borrow money. Like, I'm sick of it. Why are you guys not sick of it? I'm sick of asking the bank for crap. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of them owning me. Do you know half of us have a job? 99% of us go to work because we have a mortgage and we have a car payment. We are slaves to the system, and it was designed that way. It was designed that way so they could have control over the people. I don't want nobody to have control over me anymore. For beginners, where do you go to learn about this stuff? I would go read as much as you can. YouTube, Google it, and also when you're YouTubing and Googling it, just make sure you're that you're understanding the sources that you're getting it from. I like to go straight to the sources. Who made the crypto? Who are the people? If there's a crypto you're interested in investing in, who is the creator of it? What has he accomplished? What has he accomplished or she accomplished before like Litecoin, right? Litecoin, I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it's a great, great asset. I think it's a great commodity. I love it. So I went to read about the creator and the founder of Litecoin. What was his purpose? What was the reason for creating it? What is its function? Is it a utility coin? Is it a small business? Is it a monetary asset? Can I buy things with it? See, all of these coins have different, most of them are utility coins. Most of them are somewhat businesses. Some of them are privacy things for blockchains. You just gotta figure out what the company is, or like if it's a Bitcoin or Litecoin, which are actual money. I mean, you can buy things with Bitcoin, you can buy things with Litecoin. You know, those are the only two, but most of them are pretty much small businesses, internet companies. You can cash out whenever you want, yes, through Coinbase. Absolutely. You got to sell it first. And then you, once you sell it, you tell Coinbase where to put it. Because when you sign up for Coinbase, you already put your bank account in, because that's how it's drafted in to buy your investment. And then your credit card if you want to, your debit card. And you just tell Coinbase, hey, put it there. And they'll transfer the funds, whatever your profit is, into your bank account. It takes 1 to 2 business days. What if it falls apart? Do you lose it all? Well, I mean, if it falls apart, it's an investment, right? You take a risk. But as long as the internet's up and running, as long as the blockchain's going, it ain't going nowhere. And someone said to me, well, what if the grid goes down? Well, if the grid goes down, then we're all out of money. we're all out of money. The banking systems don't work. You can't get to your 401k. You can't get to your savings account. You can't get to your checking account. Nothing happens. Guess what's valuable? Food and water. So we're going to be a barter system at that point. It won't really matter. I mean, everyone's going to be broke. The only thing that we're going to care about is feeding our bellies. So if the grid goes down, we're all SOL. Every one of us. So we're going to start bartering food. Might as well have that too. Don't worry about things like that. Live in the now for now, and have kind of the future in the back of your mind. You know, I think to myself, well, right now, I'm going to invest. I'm going to make a profit. I'm going to have goals with the profit that I make. What are the goals with my profit? Okay, and until then, if this happens, okay, well then, you know what? None of the whole world is operating like that anymore. If the grid goes down, everybody is pretty much in trouble. So, at that point, what will it be? Food, survival, water. That will be value. Not cryptos, silver, or paper dollars. I like the Exodus wallet. What kind of wallet do I like? And wallets are, guys, so if you buy a crypto, you want to get it off the exchange. So if I bought $500 worth of Litecoin, and I'm just being generous, some of you may not want to buy that much. Maybe you want to buy 100. Well, Litecoin right now is $200 a coin, but whatever. It's fractional, so you don't have to buy a whole one. Say you just want to buy $100 worth of an investment in Litecoin. Take it off the exchange and put it in a wallet. The wallet is basically a bank, but that you own. A bank that you own, that you hold your cryptos in. While your cryptos are sitting in your wallet, they don't not gain value. I mean, they're just holding the coin for you. They're your private key. So if Litecoin goes up to $400 and you bought it, at $200, it's still going to increase to $400 sitting in your wallet. So if you wanted to send it back to Coinbase, it's going to be worth the market value that it's worth that day. And then you tell Coinbase, hey, put this into my checking account because I want my profit off of it. I love the Exodus wallet. I think it's a good wallet. It carries about 12 to 15 different coins. And I put them all on my Exodus wallet, and I like it because the Exodus wallet will tell me how much I've made as the market goes up with whatever I have in my wallet, which is cool. Anything else? Cryptos, is it like stock? No, it's nothing like stock. Nothing like stock. It's a market, yeah. It's you know what it is? It is the people rebelling against the system. That's what cryptos is. The people rebelling against the dang system that has kept us locked in with lies, corruption. It is a market where we can put our money and it can grow and we can get it out when we want. It's not manipulated. It is not pump and dumped. I mean, you do have some pump and dumps in any market, but it's not controlled and operated like a puppet by the world order or by the billionaires controlling our world. It is actually the people. It is decentralized. It's the people. It's where our money's going, and that's that. Any other questions about cryptos? I'll put a link up top if anybody wants to get in Coinbase. Just play around with it. Play around with a little bit of money. If you use the link, take the $10 that you get for free Bitcoin and just maneuver it. Play around with it. Get used to investing. Get used to the exchange. Get used to knowing what you're doing. And then when you feel comfortable, just invest a little bit more. And if you're investing, I've told you this, I will tell you this until I die. Don't invest in anything that you don't understand because you're going to be afraid of it. Make sure that you read about it, you invest in what you know, and you only invest what you're willing to lose. Don't be a crazy person. I have read so many articles, people taking out loans and people using credit cards to get into this crypto market. That is a terrible idea. Don't you do that. That's terrible. First of all, you're not making any money when you do that because you're just paying back the debt that you borrowed. You put in what you can afford. If you can only afford $10, so be it. Just put in a little bit at the time like you would a savings account. Don't go into this thinking, oh, I'm just going to be a quick millionaire. You're really going to lose. That's not how anybody makes money. Nobody makes money overnight. Like, you're not ever going to be a millionaire overnight. It's just called being smart and diversifying your assets. You want a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit. You want a little bit in how we operate our dollar. You want a little bit in, I would say, gold and silver. I do. I have a little bit in that. You know, I have a tiny little bit in the stock market. I have it in gold mining stocks. I don't have it in anything else. Gold mining stocks. I have some. Most of my portfolio is in cryptos, but I do have it diversified everywhere else. That's a smart-minded person. So if one falls, then I'm okay over here. If this one falls, then I'm okay over here. You want to diversify. And then when you get a good financial wealth or foundation, why don't you go buy some real estate? Why don't you go be a landlord? Diversify your funds. That's the one thing I learned about reading and understanding the millionaires and billionaires and even Donald Trump. I mean, reading how they became and reading and getting inside their minds and how they think about money is amazing, because it's the opposite of how the society thinks about money and how the school system tells us to invest. School system says, get in debt, pay your bills on time, get a good credit score so you can borrow more money, so you can go get a house. No, that's backwards. We don't want to be in debt. Jesus even said, owe no man money. Jesus told us that. Jesus told us, do not get in debt. Don't be a slave to nobody. Don't do it. So learn early. Wallets, I use X. There's tons of wallets. You can get a hard drive wallet. You can get a desktop wallet. You can get an internet wallet. I don't suggest an internet wallet. Just get a desktop. Exodus is a desktop wallet. You can get a Nano Ledger. You can buy it online, and that is a USB wallet. You could probably put it in your safe or something. All right, guys. I think if there aren't really any more serious questions, I know every once in a while we get these knuckleheads who think they know everything, and they don't. You know, pride comes before the fall, guys. I just want y'all to remember that. The moment that I think I know everything is the moment that I crash and burn. Always learning. You got to always continue to be learning. And what, is probably good for you isn't good for somebody else. As far as, where they want to put their money. Difference between Coinbase and the wallet. Coinbase is the exchange. Coinbase is where you're going to buy what you're wanting to invest. Once you've made that exchange, monetary exchange, and you have bought Bitcoin, or you've bought Ethereum, or you've bought Litecoin, you now are the owner of those coins. But now that you're the owner, you want to get it off the exchange and put it in your own bank account. So you want to get it out of the market, out of the shopping mall where you went to buy that coin, and you want to put it in your bank, which is your wallet. And your wallet's just going to hold it. Just hold it there. And if, whatever you bought goes through the roof, take whatever's in your wallet, you put it back on Coinbase, because you're going to have to sell it back into dollars from Coinbase. Once you sell it into dollars on Coinbase, you tell Coinbase, all right, great, thank you for selling it for me. Now that I have it in US dollars, please put it in my checking account, or please put it on my Visa card, or please put it on my PayPal account. You tell Coinbase where you want it. Just join the conversation. How does a person begin who knows nothing about this? Read. YouTube. Study. Read. I mean, I guess you could leave your money on Coinbase if you wanted to, but I wouldn't. I mean, if you're making a lot of money on Coinbase, I would get the majority off of it and just leave whatever in Coinbase, whatever you feel like you want to exchange, Like if you feel like Litecoin is really rising one day, but Bitcoin's kind of staying the same, and you've got, some money in Bitcoin and you kind of want to move it to Litecoin, maybe leave just a little bit in Coinbase to buy more Litecoin that day. You just got to play around with it. All right, guys, I'm going to end it here. I think I've beat this into the ground. I hope I've answered some questions. Go make some money. Go get out of debt. It's fun. I mean, just go play around with the market. And if, you know, you make a lot of money and you did not get out in time to scrape off your profits, don't panic and sell. That's like the worst thing you could do. Hold it. When it dropped down to $6,000 Bitcoin back on February the 6th, there were so many people panicking and trying to get out. But look, Bitcoin's now hitting $10,000. I'm telling you guys, of course, there's always going to be corrections. There's always going to be times where, because that's what markets, all markets, they go like this. But at the same time, they always go up. And what you want to do is you want to buy low, sell high. And even when it's high, I really don't sell much of it. I only skim off a little bit of it if I have a bill. I just hold my stuff. I hold it. And when it gets low like that, like when it hits $6,000 on February the 6th, oh my gosh, buy as much as you can. That is your opportunity. If it ever goes down low again, I mean, and it's going to go low. I don't think it'll ever hit 6,000 ever again, ever. But if it does drop below where you constantly see it at, like on a daily basis, I look at Coinbase probably a dozen times a day. And, you know, I just watch it. And if it ever sinks below something that I'm not used to seeing, boy, I'm on it. I'm buying a little bit at a time. I'm buying what I can. Because I know that buying low, when that thing goes back up, I'm going to make that profit and I'm going to be able to skim off a little bit. Don't sell it. Don't get afraid. Hold it. Don't look at it for a couple days. If it's sitting around a really low number, just don't even look at it. If it's driving you crazy, if it's making you anxious, don't even look at it. Just go do something else because it's going to go back up. And it did. It did. And everybody that got in at $6,000, you've now made $5,000 in a week. Or even if you put in half of that. Even if you put in a $3,000, you've made $2,000. Even if you put in $1,000, you've probably made about $5,000. No, you don't have to put in a certain amount. Put in what you can. It's fractional. All right, guys. Love y'all. I will put the link above and have fun. Sign up. Put in what you can. Play with it. It's kind of cool. Love y'all. Bye.